What if you could dive into the mind-bending world of philosophical dilemmas with just a click? Enter Thought Experiment Simulator, developed by HoHo Games and released in July of 24. Now, at first glance, this game promises dynamic narration and a comedic take on classic thought experiments. But while the ideas behind it are fascinating, the gameplay might leave you wanting more if you're a fan of something traditionally called a game.
Let me explain this game a little bit. Before we start the actual gameplay, you will need to read through some philosophical dialogues. Once that's done, the real fun begins, and I'll be right here with you, providing commentary and guidance.
Thought Experiment Simulator presents itself as a philosophical journey wrapped up in a point-and-click format, offering players familiar thought experiments like the infamous Trolley Problem. But despite the premise of a simulator, the actual gameplay is far from dynamic. Instead, it feels like a throwback to the old point-and-click simple games you'd find on Newgrounds. The problem here with that is that the gameplay quickly becomes repetitive. The point-and-click mechanics fail to evolve, leaving you running through the motions as you complete tasks to earn stars. It's something I found kind of disappointing, especially since I was craving a deeper engagement with these iconic thought experiments. It might sound a little harsh, maybe it's just me, but after a while, the gameplay just didn't hold my attention. Where Thought Simulator shines, however, is in its narrative moment. The dialogue ranges from kinda generic to unexpectedly compelling, injecting humor and levity into otherwise serious philosophical dilemmas. While not every line hits the mark, there's enough witty moments to keep you entertained for a while. The dynamic narration adds a comedic twist to the philosophical concepts, but sadly, it's not really enough to make up for the lack of depth in the gameplay. Of course, you'll laugh at some of the absurd scenarios, but the humor can only carry the game so far before that repetition sets in. One of the game's main hooks is earning stars by completing different challenges within each thought experiment. Unfortunately, these challenges often feel more like busy work than solving any sort of puzzle. You're not rewarded for thinking outside the box or anything like that. Instead, it feels like you're simply checking off a task, which saps the game's potential, and there's no real replayability, in my humble opinion. Though to be clear, I don't think every game needs to be replayed. Some experiences are worth it, even if it's just ephemeral. Thought Experiment Simulator is an interesting concept that stumbles in its execution. While the dialogue has its moments and the comedic takes on philosophy are fun, the simplistic gameplay will leave many players feeling like they're just going through the motions, which unfortunately means Thought Experiment Simulator does not get my recommendation. If you're curious about thought experiments and enjoy point-and-click games, maybe give it a try, but definitely wait for a sale. You ever played a point-and-click game that held your attention without just feeling like you were reading a book? Now, I love reading books, don't get me wrong, but I play games to engage in gameplay, and some point-and-click games just fail to hold my attention. Yet, catch me playing old-school RuneScape off and on for the last 20 years? I don't understand that dichotomy. But anyways, don't forget to jot your favorite point-and-click game down in the comments below, and while you're down there, why not give the video a like and subscribe to the channel? Till next time.